Hey guys, Tag from Dad of Six. I'm working on a project that I started over the summer before I even started this channel, and we were doing replacing some drywall in a ceiling, and I'd never done drywall work before, so this was my first attempt. But the problem is we have a wall that's curved, and I have to make the trim to go across the top of the wall. Or I'll put all that in there, but I've got to make a curved piece of wood to go around that curve. And I'm getting ready to go to my parents' place where the saw table is, and I'm going to attempt to make a piece of wood curve. So I'll show you the process of doing that and then putting it back up. So we'll see how it goes. Alright guys, I'm at my dad's workshop, and I'm getting ready to start cutting the notches in that piece of wood for that trim that I showed you in the bedroom with the curved wall. I've already started on a little bit of it, made a few passes, and what I'm doing is I'm lining it up. Ooh, you can get a little bit of sawdust. I'm lining it up right along the edge of this bracket on the gauge, so I can keep the cuts spaced evenly. And like I said, I've already made a few passes, and eventually I will steam this section of wood up, and it should be able to make the bend in that room and still be one piece. You know, I'll have to put some wood putty in there and then before we paint it. But I've got a few more notches to go to make the bend. And with the blade this low, it's slowing the brake down on the motor, and I got to figure out what's up with that. So I'll just show you what I'm doing. Alright, I'm back home and I'm going to finish working up on that piece of trim. I've got to cut some 45-degree angles on it so that when you piece your pieces of trim together, they overlap, so that when the weather changes and the wood may start to swell or shrink a little, it's not like direct end to end. So I've got to cut this the other way, since I cut the marks in the middle. That this will be on the outside edge for the piece of trim, and so I've got to cut this that way, so when I've got it bolted to the wall or screwed into the wall, the next piece of trim will overlap, and I've got to go ahead and do that end piece as well. So I'll go ahead and get the miter saw out and go ahead and get started on that. Now the next thing that I'm getting ready to do, I've got a wood screw pilot bit, and these are very old, but they still work. And what I'm going to do with these, I'm going to pre-drill my holes in my trim before I go to the next step. This is just going to make it a little bit easier getting it installed into the wall. On to the fun part. This next part's kind of incorporating old wooden boat building, and we're going to boil a pan of water, and we're going to set the piece of wood on top of the pan and make a tent with some tin foil and block the steam in that area that I had cut the notches in to make the wood a little more pliable to go around the bend. The heat's making the pan bump. Now I've read that it's supposed to be like 30 minutes for every half inch of wood. So this could be anywhere for just maybe 15-20 minutes, since the piece of wood that we're trying to bend is only 1/8 of an inch thick. Alright, I've taken the wood off the steam, and now we're going to put it up around that bend and see if this works. Alright, well, it's not the most square thing in the world. The room's not really square anyway. It's kind of at a slant to begin with. It was 102-year-old houses. You know, that's a piece of a knot right in there. But I will take wood putty and pack all up inside of that, and that will all get filled in with wood putty, and then I can fill all that in and then paint it. And that's how we came up with doing a piece of curved wood around a curve. Originally, Gumby. That's some hardwood that the builder had put in down at the bottom, and I was trying to do the same thing up at the top, but only on a smaller scale. So now all I have to do is finish the trim piece there, that back side, and then along there, and then this room's done. Alright, well, that's going to do it. Till next time, later.